So what is up? Last time I got the engine out. Now I spent a fair bit of time getting a lot of these plates ready, getting ready to start welding. A lot of stuff that are just like patching in holes. Like a lot of these bigger plates are for the back end of the car, so that way we're not getting like dirt and smoke into the car. And then these are all for kind of putting on here for our tube front. I still need to finish drilling these out. The drill bits I had started to dull out, weren't working anymore, so I still need to make those a little bigger. But we're going to go ahead and start welding in these plates into the rear. I feel like that'd be some good practice before we actually start welding. So again, we've got these big holes here in the side where we cut out our fenders. So again, I've got these plates. They'll fit in just like so. We'll weld around the edge, doing little spot welds, and then eventually we'll have to go in and fill in those holes as well. So we'll go through with our wire wheel, we'll start cleaning up this outer edge, and then start welding. One thing I am kind of excited about is this morning I spent a little bit of time building a air ventilation. So it's 4 air filters with a 20-inch box fan on the top. I wasn't going for any style points, I just kind of roughly went through it with duct tape, got it all taped together and sealed, so that way we're in here grinding and welding, we're not getting a bunch of fumes in the air. So should help out a lot. Pretty excited about that. I want the garage door closed while we weld, so that way we're not pushing around our gas making it bad welds. So pretty stoked on that. Alright, so we've got the metal cleaned up, basically all prepped. So all of our holes, I wasn't able to clear out down here very well, so I'm just gonna kind of do the best I can, and yeah, so we're all set. Alright, so nothing in there is very pretty, but we were able to get those plates welded in, and then we got a lot of those holes plugged up. So again, nothing fantastic, but it got the job done. It was kind of a learning process too. So hopefully I can film the other side. So we'll take an angle grinder to that, clean it up, get the other side done. Alright, so now the passenger side's all done. All 3 plates, and then all the holes are filled in. This side came out a little sloppier, but it went together easier. I don't know, but those are in. Pretty stoked with my ventilation system. You know, it was like all white this morning, and you can tell it's working. So won't last long, but hopefully it gets us through this welding project. I still have these rear panels. I need to kind of finish trimming out this inside here, get some of that cut away, and then I need to get this bottom lip cut off. Just that way it fits a little easier with the top of the panel here. So just a little bit extra trimming to do, and then it should fit nicely. Still have the other side to do, so we're gonna try and get that mounted tonight, and then hopefully tomorrow we can get them sanded, painted. Alright, so after what feels like just a ton of trimming, our fender is finally fitting in place. I can kind of push it in here a little better. That's a little more gap than what I should be having, but yeah, when it is actually all in place, my door closes properly. I don't have to slam it. It's got nice fitment, and then back here it'll tuck underneath the sail panel, and then fits in with the original curve of the original fender. We're gonna have a pretty big gap here around the taillight, just because of how much of the metal was destroyed in the accident. The taillight's not really fitting properly, so that's kind of the best I can get it, and we're gonna have this gap here. But yeah, now we can start drilling. We'll probably do bolt here, here. We'll do one on the top, and then maybe every, I don't know, 8 inches or so. So the other side should be much easier since there wasn't any damage on this side. It should just be trim the panel, fit it in place, and hopefully the tail light fitment on this side's better. I mean, even this isn't too bad. It kind of makes it more aggressive looking. If I just like clean that little edge up, look pretty aggressive, but it gives it that almost over fender look. Alright, so we've got all of our rivnuts. So we got a bunch of these guys. I don't have the rivnut gun, but I do have a little bolt setup that I'm going to use to be able to tighten them down, get them crushed into the fenders. I've already started drilling out the fenders. So I had the panel on the car in place as tight as I could get it, and then would start drilling through the top fender and just continue through to the next. So that way I had all my holes lined up. They're all going to match. So now I got to start drilling these out to 1/2 or half, and then we'll start pressing our riv nuts. Alright, so now I've got all of our holes drilled out to 1/2 inch. Now I can take my little crimping tool and basically just thread right on in there. Alright, so now that it's threaded down, now we'll use a ratchet and a wrench to be able to controllably, slowly press it down so that way it gets an even smash all the way around the fender and it has a good grab on it. So we'll go ahead and start this process. Should take a little bit. Alright, so that wasn't too bad. It was a little tedious, but you know, just took our time. We got them all mounted. We didn't strip any out, and they're all pretty solid. So this one down here was definitely a little bit of a hassle, just because the spacing in here is too shallow. So I had to get a little creative on how I got that one to stick. Just used a shorter bolt, and I don't know, got lucky. So those are all in now. We'll go ahead and test fit our fender. Again, all of these holes are drilled out. We'll just bolt it through and it should fit nicely. So we'll try it out. Alright, so again, the driver fender is mounted. It's all bolted in. And our passenger side, much better fitment. And the side wasn't wrecked, so it was much easier. It's all bolted in now. So, and again, we got good clearance with our door. Door closes nice. So this will work. I'm excited about this. Now it's about 2:45 a.m. I have to work in the morning, so, and I still have to shower and eat dinner. So I think that's it for the night. Yeah, I'm tired. So thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and please share. Thank you.